I'm making this film not to explain why you should be resisting this mental slavehood, which I'll get into later why it's a mental slavehood. I'm not explaining why you should be getting out of it. I'm explaining how to, because I think the why is already widely known. It's already widely known of especially my generation, Gen Z, which I'm kind of tailoring this film to. But I think most of us are kind of resisting the how to do it rather than why. We know why, but we don't want to do the how. We don't want to do it, if that makes sense. So the term mental slavehood, which I've created especially for this film, it describes exactly what my generation is going through with short form content or short form video. It is true, and it has been true, that the social media and the short form video is a drug. The social media platforms and the phones, the cell phones, call us, the people who use it, users, which is the exact same term that is used for heroin addicts or meth addicts. It's this exact same term. So it's true that the social media platforms and the short form video platforms are drugs, and is used by my generation, and we're seeing it used by older generations such as the boom generation, the boomers, the millennials. It's used by everybody. This can be addiction, can be put on anybody. And it's also true that addicts are slaves to what they're addicted to or their products. They're slaves to what they're using. They're slaves because what they're addicted to is essentially telling them every task, and they're essentially being mentally whipped by their master or the substance. It's true that these platforms or the short video has algorithms that knows what we like. It knows what to give us. It knows what's going to put us back on that platform. It knows how to hook us and make us return to that platform. So that's the whipping part of it. And in no way, shape, or form is this a physical slavery. Unfortunately, that's been a thing of the past and has happened to groups of people. This is a mental slavery. It's putting our mind to slavery. And as a slavehood, because our entire world and across multiple generations is a part of this slavehood. So that's why it's called mental slavery. And why I'm calling it resist mental slavehood is because no addiction is good. It's never okay to be dependent on a substance. That's never okay. It's never okay to let one thing tell you what to do without any of your action being a factor of that telling, if that makes sense. That's never okay, and nor is this okay. It's across many spectrums. You can go into public and see anybody in their own world with headphones on or earbuds on their phone. They're in their own world addicted to this product, and that's not okay. They're in this slavehood. The headphones, the earbuds, it sounds stupid, but it's true. The headphones, the earbuds, and the phone is all a sort of entity of a master, and we are the slaves. It's true. It's so true, and you can see it all around. So in order to get out of this addiction, out of this slavehood, the most important factor is discipline and diligence. And I believe the first step in doing that, the first step into resisting the slavehood or acquiring this diligence and discipline, is waking up early in the morning or before the sun rises. And why that's so important is because in the morning, when you wake up, when you first wake up, especially if you have alarm go off, that is your mentally weakest moment of the day. And if you can get up, you can get out of bed and turn the alarm off and start your day, you have won the battle between the diligent part of your brain and the lazy part of your brain. Now, that lazy part of your brain is what tells you to go to slave work, to go back into slavehood and listen to the master. Listen to the master of the digital content and the social media. That lazy brain is what is causing our generation into slavehood. So don't listen to that lazy brain, and the lazy brain is usually extremely convincing. The disciplined brain is always right. It's always right, but it's quiet. You have to be the one to listen to it, and it's very hard to be able to listen to it. So in the morning, when the lazy brain is the loudest, we all know that when that alarm goes off, we want to go back to bed. That bed is calling us. The lazy brain is telling us to go to the bed. It's tricking our brain into believing that that's true. But the disciplined brain is quiet. It's very quiet. And it tells us that we probably should get up. We probably should turn the alarm off and could start it with our day. But usually we don't listen to it. So at 5 a.m. or before the sun rises, when it's the most extreme and hardest to get up, when it's still dark outside, if you can do that, if you can get up during that time, you have extreme discipline and extreme diligence, and that's a step forward. It's a big step forward into resisting the slavehood. Because slavehood requires extreme laziness. Mental slavehood, not physical slavehood. Mental slavehood requires extreme laziness because that lazy brain is winning. If you're watching this video or this film and you're thinking this doesn't apply to me, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to wake up early in the morning. It doesn't make any sense. This is not true. I know the harmful effects of this. I know the harmful effects. I know this is a drug. If that's you, then that lazy brain is winning right now. It's winning the battle. Picture two sides, the diligent and the lazy, going to battle. The lazy is winning right now. It's winning. And that's not okay. The lazy is the enemy. The lazy is what puts you into slavehood, mental slavehood. And that's not okay. So I hope you get from this film to sort of understand that most of us, that lazy part is winning. And we are in slavehood. We are in mental slavehood. And the master or the lazy part of our brain is winning the battle. And the diligent needs to get louder. We need to lift it up and fight the lazy. That needs to happen. So that's the how of to sort of implement this. The first step is to wake up early in the morning. It seems simple, it seems stupid, but it's true. And it needs to happen.